I've collected a lot of free games over the years. I put them all on a wheel to let Faye decide which one I should review. I'm reviewing 20XX is an action platformer roguelike. If you're wondering what a roguelike is, there once was a game called Rogue, a text-based and turn-based dungeon crawler, most known for having permadeath and procedurally generated dungeons. Games that completely copy this recipe of Rogue are called roguelikes, and games like 20XX that only copy the permadeath and procedurally generated levels part of the recipe are called roguelike-likes, or roguelites. Why is this difference important, you ask? Because the internet will hunt you down if you wrongly call a game a roguelike when it's a roguelite.
What the hell?
20XX is heavily inspired by Mega Man. I've never played a Mega Man game before. I mostly know him from Smash. Mega Man! More specifically from his Smash review. Even more specifically from the reactions to his Smash review. The gameplay loop of 20XX is as follows. First you can pick between a melee and a ranged character. Then you start your run. You fight and platform your way to the end of the level where you fight a boss. After beating the boss, you start a second level. In total, you'll need to beat 8 levels to get to the final level. During your run, you will collect items that will upgrade your character. When you die, you go to the main hub, where you buy some permanent upgrades or unlock new items. And there you pick your character again and start another run. The beginning of the game was a lot of fun. The soundtrack is amazing. The enemy variety is great. I was enjoying the challenging but fun platforming. And the bosses were exciting to fight. After every death I felt like I had learned something, and I was also getting stronger by getting permanent upgrades. The further you get in the game, the more difficult the levels become. After a few runs I was skilled enough to get close to the end of the game, but in the final few levels I hit a ceiling, a literal ceiling, because a lot of the harder platforming sections are poorly designed. There are often jumps where you hit your head and then you take damage. Try again, take damage. Try again, take damage. Try again, take damage. You're dead now. This became a pattern for me. Every time when I was on a good run, one impossible platforming section would make me lose all my HP, and this was extremely frustrating. As I played more, the flaws of the game became more noticeable and more annoying. Items that you could use falling off the map or being unreachable. Just tanking damage and going all out attack during boss fights seemed more effective than dodging the attacks. It sometimes is hard to distinguish what's the background and what's not, but mostly the platforming ruined the experience for me. All these annoyances made me quit the game before I beat it, because I didn't feel like spending an hour on a run that could be ruined by one platforming section. It's a shame, because I was having so much fun the first few runs, and I think the core gameplay is good. Luckily, this game has a sequel, 30XX, which should be 1.5 times as good, and it might have fixed all these problems, so maybe I'll check it out one day. Wait a minute.
From the Mario Kart Tour game, Pauline! And also, Keychain!
Yeah! Yeah!
Wave 6 of the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe Booster Course Pack DLC for the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe game drives onto Nintendo Switch this holiday. Active Nintendo Switch Online Plus expansion.